Assalamualaikum. This is me again, recording after every TOTIC class. And today is day one of face-to-face TOTIC class. And yes, I made it, Alhamdulillah. I made it through the whole day, Alhamdulillah. And this is a recording for me to remind myself what I did today, to reflect on what I did today, the aha moments that I got. This video is actually for me, but if it benefits you, inshallah, may it do benefit you. Yeah. So here it goes. Day 1 TOTIC group 5, and the date today is 11 July. The program was held today at Everly Hotel. Today is day 1, tomorrow is day 2, and Ustaz Fazrul led today's session. So I'm just going to go through what I covered, what I remembered, through all the notes that I wrote. I may not be able to cover everything because there were so much things. Really, there were so many things that we covered. Some are still being processed in my head. There are questions in my head. Some were aha moments, some were reflections which I have had in the past. So let's breeze through. Ustaz Fazrul started out with the importance of our relationship with the Quran, the importance of doing tadarus. 4 kesan tadarus Quran based on a hadith. First one is turunnya ketenangan, sakinah, dengan kita bertadarus dengan Quran tu. Orang yang bertadarus dengan Quran tu diselimuti dengan rahmat Allah. Nombor 2. Nombor 3, malaikat mengelilingi mereka. Dan nombor 4, Allah menyebut-nyebut mereka. Allah mentions our names. The importance of being with the Quran, reciting the Quran, having a relationship with the Quran. One point that I learned today is how rahmah is described by Hamka as kesian. So rahmat Allah is macam mana Allah kesiankan kita. Sayang tu satu, kesian tu that sort of hit me in a different way. I often hear as Rahman described as mercy, but the feeling of mercy compared to kesian hits me differently. And I like the way Ustaz Fazrul says, Allah kesian kepada kita, maka jangan lupa kesian kepada orang lain. Having that rahmah, Allah having that rahmah on us, kesiankan kita, is because we're banyak kekurangan. Kita pelupa. we sin, and Allah knows that because Allah created us. So by having Allah's rahmah, Allah's kesian on kita, we have this lifeline. And we shouldn't give up on that lifeline, the rahmah Allah upon us. Ustaz Fazrul also was talking about disiplin penting penyampai Quran, and he refers to Surah Al-Imran. ayat 79, whereby about menjadi orang-orang Rabbani, ya. Penyampai ilmu tu is at the level of orang Rabbani. Orang Rabbani ialah orang yang selalu mengajarkan Alkitab, dan disebabkan we were talking about surah Al-Imran, kerana kamu selalu mengajarkan Alkitab dan disebabkan kamu tetap mempelajarinya. Rabbani means to be God oriented. Meaning you're doing things for the sake of Allah, God oriented. So to constantly to be on God oriented, to be that Rabbani, it's not just about menyampaikan, but you need to learn. Because if it's just menyampaikan, there is this tendency that you forget yourself, that seolah-olah that knowledge is your knowledge, that kononnya you're the knowledgeable person, and that's mistakes that we don't want to make. So by being the person who also learns, we're reminding ourselves that we're not perfect. We're not complete. We have to continue learning. We have to continue upgrading ourselves. Ustaz Fazrul also reminds us about the word bayan, in surah Ar-Rahman, menjelaskan kebenaran. We want to be able to talk, to present, to teach truth, to clarify that truth. And what truth is it? Truth in the standard of Allah, not based on our logic. Truth as mentioned in the Quran, Allah's words, to give that truth, to clarify that truth. And why we're doing that often? Because manusia itu pelupa. So by clarifying that truth, kita mengajak manusia, kalaupun lupa, ia lupa yang bermanfaat. Because there are things we are supposed to forget. Things that, in my reflection, things that we don't want to do some more, we should learn to forget doing it lah. Sin, for example. He also reminds us from Surah Ar-Rahman, bihusban, ukuran yang tetap. Meaning, as we are saying what we're saying, as we're giving advice, as we are talking, as we are ceramah, we want to not only tell the truth, but give ukuran yang tetap, in the right amounts. I mean, when we talk to children, is not the same as we talk to adults. Imagine we're talking to children like we're talking to adults. And that's the mistake we often make, because we feel that they're just as human as we are, so we talk as adults. Atau a professor talks to the students in their class, in their kuliah. The professor forgets that he should be talking student language, not professor language. So ukuran dia tak sama. So ukuran yang tetap, bihusban, yasjudan, sujud, nak dikasihi. The way I understand this is, we're doing all this dalam penyampaian kita with still Allah in the picture, not forgetting ourselves. I don't know whether I'm making sense to you right now, but um, these are things that still, it makes sense in one sense in my head. At the same time, it's falling into place. Dia belum betul-betul fall into place, but it's falling into place. Yeah. One point that Ustaz Fazrul said that sort of reminded me of something which I said years ago. When he said, the narrative of Al-Quran is our narrative. Ya, cerita Al-Quran adalah cerita kita. Maksudnya cerita Nabi Ibrahim, cerita Nabi Yunus ke, cerita Nabi Yusuf ke. It's cerita kita. It's just that it doesn't have our name on it, but it's our story actually. The narrative of the Quran is our narrative. And that reminded me, that moment of time, that reminded me of something I said in my Twitter account once upon a time ago. That we're all mentioned in the Quran. All of us. All of us are mentioned in the Quran. It's just that we now have the job to ensure that our mention is mentioned favorably. Yeah, because Fir'aun and Haman is mentioned in the Quran also. And we don't want to be their story. So yeah, that one reminded me. So that's something that I need to remind myself. Whenever I'm reading the Quran, I'm reading about this is not only, this is my guidebook because Allah is talking to me. And I need to actively seek guidance from that because it's my story and it's mentioned there. Yeah. Ustaz Fazrul also shared how Ustaz Nu'man says that when the Quran is compared to the ocean, Allah compares the Quran to the ocean. Yeah. And when you jump into the ocean, only you're not, you only feel a small portion of the ocean on your body. Yeah? Tak basah. You basah, but you don't really get to feel everything, kan? So what do? You jump into the ocean some more, you feel some more, So sama lah kita dengan ilmu ni. Jangan rasa bila kita masuk je dalam satu-satu ilmu tu we know everything already. Tak. You just get a taste. And the taste is good. So that's why you jump into the ocean some more. You go in and you learn some more, and you learn some more, and you learn some more, and you learn some more. And you imagine you having that kind of attitude with the Quran. You jump into that ocean and you learn, you get those gems, those pearls. And then you jump into the ocean some more because you want some more of those pearls, hikmah. The mistake that most of us do is when we become knowledgeable, we feel that we know everything already. And that's a very big mistake. Ustaz Fazrul also talks about how to interact with the Quran. And that's where he starts to introduce to us about tadabbur and tazakkur, and I like the way he simplifies it by saying that tadabbur is the what, what's the learning from this. So when we read an ayat, what's the learning from this? Tazakkur is so what. So I read an ayat, and then I'm going to say, okay, what's the learning that I can get from this? Then I got the learning. Then so what? The tazakkur part is, what am I going to do with this? What changes do I want to make in my life? What's my action plan? That's the tazakkur part. And it was very clear to me that simple explanation of what tadabbur and tazakkur is. So tadabbur is that message from Allah. What's the message Allah wants me to learn from this ayah? And the tazakkur is, what I'm going to do about it. What's my action plan? What's my tindakan? Tazakkur is based on Surah Yunus ayat 57, and it's broken up into 4 parts. So when I do tazakkur, I have to go through a process of 4 parts. Part number 1 ialah peringatan, reminders. I would ask myself, remember, ingat, what I need to remember from this particular ayat. Penawar. Number 2 is penawar. What's the remedy? Okay, now I know what I need to remember. What's the warning? What's the benefit? And what's the penawar for it? Penawar means how is this ayat going to solve my problems? So I'm going to start off by saying the word used by Ustaz Fazrul is leganya. Leganya that Allah teaches me this. Allah warns me of this. So I take it upon as I usually, when I read the Quran, I get the reminders, the peringatan part. Then I stop there. I should be saying Alhamdulillah for this reminder, because again, Allah kesiankan I. I don't do that part. So I just stop at level 1, start part 1, but I don't go to part 2, which is leganya. And I want to acknowledge that Alhamdulillah, Allah is reminding me, rather than Allah makes me forget, and I forget myself, na'uzubillah. So I'm reminded. I want to say Alhamdulillah, leganya. Then the third step is petunjuk. What I'm going to do? What's my action plan? Saya jelas untuk buat apa. So I've got the reminder. I bersyukur kerana dapat that reminder. It's a penawar. It solves my problem. So what I'm going to do? Sometimes we got the solution in our hand, and then do what? So what am I going to do about it? So what's the guidance? What's my action plan? And the fourth part is rahmat. So this is not part 1, part 2, part 3, and then R is rahmat. Meaning, I have my action plan now, but I cannot do it unless I get Allah's blessings for it. Sometimes how we are so gung-ho with our action plan, and as we're going through that action plan, we get challenged in life, and when we get those challenges, we sort of get derailed, and that mighty powerful action plan pada awalnya suddenly becomes so weak, and we lose track, and we're back to square one. So by having that action plan, that petunjuk tadi tu is not enough. You need to seal it with doa. And you make doa, Ya Allah, because rahmah, remember, Allah kesiankan kita. So make doa to seal the action plan, because it is with the will of Allah that the action plan becomes successful. And even if the action plan is not successful at that moment of time, it is because of the will of Allah. Allah kesiankan kita. He is actually saving us from getting into something even worse, because Allah Maha tahu. We don't know, Allah knows. Bring back. Huh. Ustaz Faiz, one of the trainers, was invited for a 15-minute session where he shared about, Ustaz Faiz punya expertise is bahasa Arab Quran, and he tells about how root words can mean one thing, but there are the meanings also, and because of these other meanings, it gives a totally different picture. Yeah. So, for example, aklun is makan. Ukuluha is makanan yang kita suka, yang kita selera, and we're able to take it all. So, for example, aklun is like food that you see. Contohnya kat a buffet, he gave the example of a buffet, and everything you berselera? Tak. Kalau pun everything you berselera, can you eat everything? No. Because at one point you get full, and I couldn't taste that, because I'm already full. So he was saying that in the Quran, when it mentions, for example, the food served to you in syurga is food yang bukan saja menyelerakan, but you are able to taste everything. So the description of food in Jannah and the description of food in dunya is, even though it has the same root word, but the meanings are different. Very, very interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting. We were also today introduced to the canvas. Canvas, more or less. Yeah. And the canvas helps me put things into structure. And truthfully, I must admit here that I'm not very a structured person. I'm more of a get through things as long as it works. find a way, and get things done. So usually systems and structures slow me down. This time around, it put things into perspective lah for me. I know what to do when I want to do tadabbur step by step. So even though today we've only, you see, tadabbur has 8 levels. So far we've covered level 1 and more or less level 2. We touched upon level 7 and all that, but really did level 1, level 2. And using this canvas has helped me put things into what the word used here is, into a framework. Yeah. And you're looking through this framework. I'm figuring out, I need to do a lot more practice sessions, I suppose, to understand this. But the frame does help put things into place. Yeah. Made me reflect on life, actually. How, for example, I used to learn silat, and after learning silat, I start to look at the world in the frame of silat. And I could understand silat better, actually, and understand the world better at the same time. Sesama lah ni. I've been reading the Quran, and then I've been understanding as it is. Take it as it is, whatever learning I got from that. But there was no, me being syukur of getting that guidance from the Quran, from Allah, through the Quran. There is no part of me coming up with an action plan. Jangan cerita lah, doa to seal atau to supplement that action plan. Jangan cerita lagi. Coming up with action plan pun tak ada. But now with this canvas, it helps. I just need to put much more practice in it. And with your doa, I'm excited to do some more practice. In fact, I came back and was already in my head. Probably I just for the fun of it, practice on my own. Yeah. And then show Ustaz tomorrow morning. Well, that's it from me tonight. Looking forward for tomorrow, day 2 of TOTIC Group 5. I am sure to learn a lot more things, inshallah. At the present moment, I'm excited to just practice and do some more. And that's good. That coming from me is me emphasizing that what I want to do. Oh yeah, I must share with you right now one of the things also that Ustaz Fazul's come up was, what's your hope in this program, and that hope, harapan, becomes your intention. So my intention, which I want to share with you, is saya nak mahir dalam bertadabbur Al-Quran. And may Allah bless me with ease to get through this, to find that knowledge and skill, kemahiran, to be that good. Yeah. So that I may be useful for myself and for the people around me. Thank you very much for being me and listening to until this moment of time. I'll come up with the next video tomorrow night, inshallah. Assalamualaikum.